Alright, and we are back where we left off. Okay, I have no idea what this thing is supposed to be. Looks like it turns off the lights a little bit, but like, what's the point of that? And then, what is that? I don't have a... Oh, I think I know what that does, though. I think that opens up the save slot over here. At least, I heard something open. So, yeah, that did nothing. Okay, well, that was something. That's the only problem with this game, is it seems a little obtuse. This is definitely... For 94, this is not bad. This is actually a lot more complex than Doom would have been. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Turn that on and... Okay, so you can't do that with that. So if you turn this off, you can do... Well, that doesn't do anything. Oh, that's a healing thing. Okay, I see. Well... Let's see, like, this game is more complex than it should be. And the audio sounds a little loud. So, let's actually alt-tab out and turn that... Alright, and of course I had to immediately take a hit when I alt-tabbed out. The audio controls in this game don't seem that responsive. And that's always a bit annoying. But still, though, these are minor nitpicks, really. This game is actually... I can see why this game got popular with Mac users. Mac users. Bunch of bloody assholes. I couldn't think of an appropriate word, so I just decided to default to asshole. I'm joking, of course. Sure, Mac users might wear turtleneck sweaters and, you know, ride bicycles and are libertarian, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, seriously, how am I supposed to get there? How? Oh, well, brilliant. But, yeah, Mac users, that's an interesting thing all around, I suppose. Although I would imagine Mac users are no different. Well, that's kind of neat. It does look like there's some 3D effects in this game. But yeah, Mac is not bad. You know, I feel it's a little more restrictive because obviously you wouldn't be able to use all the various Windows hardware, but still. Well, I did not know that was a grenade launcher. I keep expecting to be able to jump. But yeah, Mac was also the first with I don't know if they were the first, but they were one of the earlier ones with a GUI, with the Macintosh computer. That was something you always heard of back in the day, the Mac, man. The Mac, man? Or Pac-Man, I don't know which. But, yeah, you know, it's like, you're limited in what games you can play, because there's not always Mac ports for different things. For me, Windows is the best. Although there are, of course, ways you can play Windows games on Macs. I know several people who use, what was that called? Wine, I believe it was. There was Wine or WinBack or something like that. Or I think WinBack's an N64 game. But still, though, there's ways to do it. Let's actually drop back to the pistol. Since, of course, apparently we're not going to have any rifle ammo. But it's interesting to think there was a whole bloody bunch of Mac software that I never even had heard of until fairly recently, or until the advent of the internet. I think there's a lot of things that a lot of us haven't heard of until the advent of the internet. And then, of course, you young people with your music and your, you know, Fallout bores and things of that nature. You know, you never even heard of Doom. Although I think Doom is still fairly well known, even amongst people who know nothing about PCs. But really, I think this game has held up pretty well. Now, oh, fucking Slender Man! Yeah, well, now we actually got a reason to use that rifle. I don't like the rifle on for stylistic reasons more than anything else. It doesn't look like a bloody rifle. But this game is starting to grow on me. It really is. And it's kind of like Half-Life. There's just games that have to grow on me that just don't immediately jump out and make me want to play them. This is definitely a much slower paced game than Doom, that is for sure. And the enemies are kind of creepy. And like the different colored armors do kind of give me an Elite vibe. I don't know if this is actually where the Elites came from. There's a lot of things that remind me of the Elites, like the Turians from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and I imagine they show up in Andromeda. I thought they looked kind of like the Elites, honestly, from Halo. But for me, Halo 1 was a game I absolutely enjoyed. Actually, I don't really need to do a Let's Play of that, because I've already done a Let's Play. Oh shit, it's Slender Man! Okay, I'll admit that was pretty creepy. Because that is a creepy looking design. It looks like he's kind of like TV Man in some respects. Crap, I know there's got to be one behind me. No, there's just a whole bunch of them. Well, that escalated quickly. You can die very fast in this game, it would seem. Like, really, really fast. So this game is rather, shall we say, difficult. I don't know if I kind of like that difficulty. It's kind of got that, you turn around once and you're immediately shot and killed. That difficulty has always annoyed me, like, to no end. Blood is a lot like that. What's really sad about Blood is that it's not very popular, which means it does not actually have a source port. I think there was somebody working on a source port for it, but I don't think they ever finished it. But I've never been a big fan of the, you turn around and you're immediately dead. I just have always hated that. Because Doom doesn't really do that. Doom is a little more fair when it comes to difficulty. And also, this game, I feel like it's a little difficult to control. Once again, once I get used to it, it'll be fine. But that's one aspect that Doom excels in, is it's very much a pick-up-and-play kind of game. You don't need to use really that many tactics. It's just... That's why I'm a big fan of Doom. I like games where I don't have to fight the interface, and I really don't like the fact that you can't even go back to the goddamn menu. I bet there's probably some sort of keyboard combination that'll take me back to the menu, but I really have to ask, why can't I just, you know, go back to the menu by hitting escape? What is so wrong with that? What is so mainstream with that? And not being able to hear them coming up behind you, while scary, is annoying at the same time. It's like it seems kind of cheap to me. I know I'm just having a running critique of the game, of the things I don't like about it, but still though, if you grew up with it, I can see why you like it, because you already know how the game works, but if you didn't grow up with it, it's like, and see, like that, he just killed me in one hit, there's no health laying around, you know, and it's like, you have, and the big problem is, and this is one of the reasons why I absolutely hate games that don't let you save anywhere you want, is you gotta go back and do the same parts of the game over and over again. Yeah, I guess it's the game punishing you for dying, but I thought I played this game for fun, you know? I thought that's why I enjoyed video games. I shouldn't be punished for anything. That doesn't mean you should just be able to pay EA, you know, $20 to win the game, but that I shouldn't have to be afraid to turn a corner, you know? I really hate that in games. And that's really how Blood feels, like you're afraid to turn that corner. Because then it's like, am I really having fun? Or am I playing the game more just to say the game didn't get the better of me? Dark Souls is one of those games that it's on the cusp. Well, actually, you know, Dark Souls, you have reason to be afraid, but if you actually have good amounts of skill, you can actually beat them. But this, you know, it's just, I don't like having to go back. I really don't. I do not like having to restart at any time. I should just be able, because like saving, if one game does it, all games should do it, because it is that much more convenient. It really truly is. But I'll try to be fair. I'll try to be fair. I won't just scream at the game. I shall stop screaming at my computer monitor. Also, this assault rifle just isn't very good. The sound mixing I don't really like. Is there anything I do like about the game? Well, the aesthetics are great. And I did turn off mouse acceleration, but it's still a little too quick for me. But I don't want to fuck it up and thus have it be even worse. I'm almost out of ammo in my one good gun, so I guess Slender Man's gonna drop down here. No, he didn't. Let's see where. Ah, fuck, Slender Man, run! Okay, it does not auto change, which is annoying. I bet I can change that. And of course, he's right behind me. See, this is where you get fucked. Because I am fucked right now. There was nothing I could have done back there. I'm not sure how many more episodes I'm going to do, because this game's starting to really piss me off. I can see why I never finished this, or even really got very far. I think we're actually further than I ever got before. Okay, we'll switch back. Once again, I shouldn't have to be thinking about this. This is a fucking first-person shooter, okay? So, once again, I'm not asking for EA to just take my money to make it easier. It just... This isn't appreciably better than Doom. I can tell you that. And Doom, I'd be having a lot more fun at this point. That's the problem. I feel like I'm more fighting the game itself than I am fighting these enemies. Because like these enemies should, in theory, be easy to kill. But it's like I don't have enough ammo. There's always a lot of them. This guy's actually kind of looking like they're from the Techno Union in Star Wars. Well, I wonder if that's Legends now. It'd be nice if they made the entire prequel trilogy Legends. Although, I will say that the book versions of all that were actually pretty good. Especially Episode 3. Actually, no, Episode 1 was a lot better in book form than it was in movie form. Terry Brooks, the writer of that, did a really, really good job. And I think that was one of the first mentions of Darth Bane as well. And the Darth Bane books, I thought, were really quite good, actually. I forget what Drew Karpyshyn did for BioWare. I think he was a writer, actually. Or is that David Geider? I can't remember. I always get those two mixed up, actually. I highly doubt they're still with BioWare. BioWare, I think, has undergone a lot of shifts over the past couple years to where it's like they're not even really BioWare anymore. Actually reminds me, there was a game that everyone was excited about for a little while. Command & Conquer Generals 2 being done by BioWare Victory. Yeah, that never went anywhere. Okay, where the fuck... When does Slendy actually, There he goes, there they spawned. Oh, crap, give me the rifle. Well, okay, see, that's bullshit. There was no place for me to run. There was literally... Now I have next to no health. There needs to be a health kit somewhere. It should not be that infrequent. Because that basically means you have to play a perfect run every time you play it. And I just do not like that. Because, like, when I play a game, I want to relax and have fun, not have to make sure I do a perfect run every time I play the fucking game. It's just... That's what gets really annoying. And the fact that it doesn't auto-switch. Okay. And there's Slendy. I'm surprised he didn't hear all that. Well, he tanked 2 grenades? You gotta be fucking kidding me on that one. Okay, let's see. Does this do... That must... Oh, it opens that. It does that. It would be nice if the, can I save here? No. Okay, let's take a look at the story. The Marathon's automated defenses were disabled during the initial attack by a directed magnetic pulse. The aliens used the same weapon to disable Marathon's other 2 AIs, Durndal and Tycho, and to severely damage myself. Durndal was responsible for controlling the ship's autonomous functions, doors, life supports, kitchens, error processors, stairs, and so on. So basically, he's the boring guy. Okay, so now that you're better armed, first gotta reactivate Marathon's defenses, give you transport to retrieve the replacement parts, and we'll give you further instructions when you arrive. See, this is one of those games... What just happened? Okay, I thought that killed me. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that... Alright, you guys got lucky. Apparently, when you record with Fraps with this particular source port, it does not like to record at the main menu for some reason, even though it'll show that it's recording. That's kind of like the error I got on Doom 2016, where I recorded an entire 30-minute episode, only for it to have recorded a grand total of the first frame and didn't record the rest of it. By which I mean, it recorded all my audio, recorded the game audio, but it didn't record past the first frame. I think there's a driver error, but ultimately you missed my outro of angerness. But I accidentally blew myself up, and since this does not auto-save, or just doesn't transfer to another level, we have to go all the way back here. Oh, well, I think this is going to be a pretty short Let's Play. I'm already annoyed with this game. See, the thing is, a lot of you are like, GeneralLotz, you just suck. Well, okay, fine, I do. But, you know, I enjoyed Doom well enough. I enjoyed those other games well enough. So this game I'm not having fun with. And if I'm not having fun with the game, well, then the game kind of failed at being a fun entertainment device. However, I'm pretty sure some of you out there might say that games aren't supposed to be entertaining. And I say this mainly in jest, though. And I'll gotta check the audio again. Audio sounds a little too loud, but maybe that's just me. No, because I recall from a comment on the 2001 A Space Odyssey review saying that movies aren't supposed to be entertaining. Someone actually said that, so I'm going to assume that some massive fan of marathons can be like, games are not supposed to be entertaining. They are meant to be a mystical journey of the mind, or something like that. Be that guy who basically breathes Cheeto dust instead of air. See, like, look at this. I hate it when games do this to you, though. When Doom does it, you have a little more health to actually fight. You got better weapons. Look, thankfully, he wasn't blocking the entire corridor. I thought he was. That's one thing that pisses me the fuck off in Dark Souls, is when the enemy actually blocks an area with his hitbox. Okay, see, that I think is bullshit. Because we're gonna get to the next area, and like, you can't just like hit E or anything. You have to go back. You have to click continue saved game. I'm not even sure if it's recording that. It's just, I'm not even sure if it recorded that because I had to go back to the menu. But it's like, it's aggravating me, and I'm not having fun. It fucking sucks. It fucking blows, and you know, I don't like it. Well, you know what? It's not that bad. It's just this is not that fun. The game I feel is a little dull. Once again, maybe if I was in the right mindset. There's a lot of games that there'll be little be little quirks like this that will piss me off, and I'll hate it. But then I'll hit it at the right time when I'm in the right mindset, and I'll love it. Right now, I'm not loving it. Right now, I want to just basically take the disc and throw it out the window. Well, since this is a freeware game, I don't actually have the disc. But I would like to actually burn it to a CD and then throw the CD out the window. That's what I prefer to do. That actually reminds me, for the Doom review, that was actually just a blank CDR, because I wasn't going to shoot a DVD with an air rifle. It still costs money. But I would have actually used a real gun, but, you know, it's like, you're in the garage, and you can't really shoot a real gun in the garage. You gotta shoot, like, an air rifle or something like that. It was still suitably dramatic. I suppose I could have had, like, some massive fake explosion, but, like, seriously, let's just have it be normal. Okay, let's trigger Slindy. Come on. Trigger war. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get hit and unavoidable. And of course, there's a Slindy behind me that I was unaware of. Oh, if I die. Alright, I'm gonna die one more time. You know, this is not a matter of bad gaming skill. This is a matter of the game itself being fucking annoying with how it's set up. And see, this is not bad game design. It's just game design I don't like. And so, unlike other reviewers, I won't say the game is bad. I'm just gonna say I do not like it. There. Ah, killed his own guy. Fuck you, dude. It's just, I feel like the controls are a bit sluggish. It feels like the enemies are too fast for the character here. That's what it really feels like here. The game feels a little stiff. And it doesn't feel right, if I can make any sense here. It's just like I feel like I'm fighting the game half the time, and the lack of ammo. This feels like this has got to be one of those pro MLG, you make a perfect run first time every time kind of games, or a game where it's just a battle of attrition. I guess if you were a Mac user, this is like the only first-person shooter you had, so I guess there's that. So of course you'd be good at it. Once again, all respect to Mac users. Let's see here. The only Apple product I ever had, I hated. That was an iPod Nano. I absolutely hated that thing. Never could get it to work right. And it was like, you had to go through iTunes to actually put music on it. Although I will actually no, that's not the only Apple product I ever had. I take that lie back. I had an iPhone 3G, and I didn't like it very much. But I got it for free. You see, like, you need to run back, but there's not enough time to run back. You either run back into the Slenderman, or you run forward and okay, I'm done. All right, that was Marathon. Yeah, I know you guys who have played it probably know all the ways to defeat it, but I shouldn't have to strategize. When you play Doom on the second level, do you have to strategize? No, you shoot the enemies. Ultimately, this game, it's impressive technically. It's more complex than Doom, but we can see why Doom is still popular to this day, and Marathon isn't. Now, is it a bad game? No. It's simply a game I do not like. And so I'm GeneralLotz, wishing you good Doom, good Doom 2, or whatever makes you happy.